We ended the last episode with nothing witty to say, so that's how we're going to start this episode. What do you want? We're over 100 episodes in, for the love of God.
Well, on that inspired note, we're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I'm We Squared.
I'm the Opinionator, and speaking of cynics...
You better not give that shit to my customers.
Don't give that shit to my customers, kid. Hurry up and let's get this thing maxed out.
Yes.
Because this is the final Iwai event.
Man, we're just knocking them out of the park. Don't know why I went with the baseball reference.
Thanks again for last time.
Oh, he actually gets to talk.
Well, usually the 10th one is voice.
Yeah, except for Ans, where Mika, despite having been a presence with a portrait throughout the game, they like make sure that you don't, that part isn't voiced, just so they can dodge it, you know?
Right.
I learned a lot about myself, so I just wanted to show my appreciation.
I think we all learned a lot about ourselves. Just in general. Like, not just the characters here, but me and you.
From Iwai's event, or...
Just from the game in general?
Oh, yeah, absolutely we have. It's amazing, like, the humanities, which I firmly believe a game, like a story-driven game, or even maybe non-story-driven ones. I do believe that a lot of games really are like humanities or have some degree of literary value.
You heard it here. Minecraft is a humanities game.
Well, yeah, actually, I kind of think it is.
Oh, okay.
In any case, one of the points of the humanities of fiction is to learn about yourself by understanding...
Another person?
Universal truths isn't what I was going to say, but fiction is really good for this. So yeah, we really have learned a lot about ourselves from just playing this game and doing this Let's Play of it.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Oh, yeah.
Grown as a person and all that.
That's that sappy stuff.
Yeah, enough sappy stuff. What does this have to do with Iwai anyway?
Intruding in on another private family moment.
That's Jiro's specialty!
You're still droning on about that? I mean, it was quite a shock. But that's what made you take me in, right? So who cares?
I'm really glad too that Iwai finally just told Haru everything. It was about time.
Whoa there, kiddo.
If you had just told me all of this sooner, you wouldn't have been threatened.
Who your parents are and where you come from stays with you for your entire life. Thanks to my loser parents, I got bullied by complete strangers, and...
My father isn't a loser, though. He's a brilliant business owner.
That's true.
There you have it. I mean, sure, biologically his father is... Who knows? Nobody here knows. He'll never know.
Doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter, because who does he say his dad is? Iwai. He's standing right there. Haru, you've clearly got this. You understand everything, and you only hesitated just a little bit. Haru was so worried that Iwai only thought that he was a bother, and it sort of like never occurred to him that it might be this other stuff. He was like, oh, I just thought you hated me. I don't care about any of that. So, you're the only person here who's got a good head on your shoulders, so take care of your dad, all right?
Stop trying to ruin the moment.
That's also my specialty.
You asked me to be here, Iwai!
So in the end, I was just fighting my own demons. Stuck in my crappy childhood and all the problems I had growing up. My view of Haru was all distorted because of my rotten childhood memories.
Distorted, you say?
I forgive you.
Wow, you really matured, huh?
He really has, just being able to say that.
Well,
right to
you know,
his face.
being held hostage with a knife to your throat is a pretty maturing experience, all things considered.
I suppose so, yeah.
Why did you help my father out?
Because he's a good guy, and mainly because he gives me experience points when I fuse Persona.
What?
He told me you gathered info about Suda-san for him.
I got a lot of points of proficiency from him, too.
You willingly got involved in a Yakuza dispute. Would someone normally take that big of a risk?
It was for the special menu.
No, once I got involved, then he was my friend. What do you want?
I'd understand if you were a member of the Phantom Thieves.
What?
Fighting for the underdogs, like a gentleman thief, you know?
Oh, funny you should say that. What a crazy coincidence.
People have their own opinions, but I think the Phantom Thieves are super cool.
I agree with you.
The sexual harassment incident involving that teacher?
Yeah, it was crap, wasn't it? We kicked his ass. I mean...
The supermarket's about to close.
I like that Iwai looked at us.
Yeah!
Aren't you in charge of dinner tonight?
Oh, crap! Please excuse me.
So,
About you being a phantom thief.
Kids grow up quick. They can be a pain in the ass, but they're worth it. All right, let's close up shop. Go pull down the shutter. Suda changed rather suddenly, huh?
here we go. What a coincidence.
Seems like he had a change of heart. Just like them people they've been talking about on TV.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I can't be the only one who was saved by his change of heart. Wonder who else knows.
Man, we better close, huh? Yeah, basically. Uh-huh.
I wonder.
That's nice.
Well, don't worry. It ain't really none of my concern.
After all, I'm a crook, too.
Kind of,
You
yeah.
really had me fooled. That whole thing about being an enthusiast was all just BS.
No, we're BS.
I
Bittersweet.
hired you as a mere pawn, and now you're Kaoru's bro. The Phantom Thieves are using my guns to take down bad guys, aren't they?
That is a technically true statement, yes.
Not just your guns. Also, for some reason, all those swords you stopped, we're using those, too.
They help people in need, huh?
Yes, that is correct.
Interesting.
Thanks a bunch. You really helped us out. You've given us a lot of money, too.
All right. I'm gonna put all my effort into that special menu we talked about.
No wonder you keep bringing me all this strange stuff to sell.
I don't like to owe nobody nothing, so I'll do my best for you. Because that's the kind of support I can provide.
Yeah.
And so yet another episode of Dad Sona 5 has concluded.
I think we've run out of Persona Dads, Confidant-wise.
No, there's still the stuff with Makoto and Sai. That should come up in Makoto's.
Okay, that's true.
There's still going to be more of that with Haru.
Oh, fair enough, yeah.
There may or may not be any of it with Futaba.
I more meant, like, directly as a confidant.
Oh, as a confidant?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
All right. All right.
Attis! I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, me either. Well, we'll find out.
But what the hell are you gonna do with a model gun? You need a real gun in a shootout.
Don't worry!
This is not something you need to be concerned with, Iwai. It's good. I will continue to buy them and customize them. Everything's great the way it is.
Knives are just replicas. They're even less useful than a butter knife, you know.
Shh! The shadows don't know that! Shut up!
You're such a weirdo.
So you mean this whole time you haven't been selling us these crazy description swords and such? They've just been like little toy knives?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Replicas, you know.
I feel like going through and looking at our weapon selection to wonder about this. Okay, the lightsabers for Akechi, I totally get. No, obviously that's a little toy.
Right.
And you can definitely say that about Jito's knives. Okay? But what about the hammers? And what about the pole axes? Oh, I just happen to have this toy replica Bardiche.
Don't forget the whip. Don't ask why I have it.
Yeah, oh, and extendable sword whips? Man, how convenient that you carry toy extendable sword whips. Like, I get that nerd culture is perhaps a bit more, intense in Japan than it is in the US.
This is the extreme!
But carrying pole axes and sword whip toys? Like, what? What are you talking about?
We were in the middle of closing shop, weren't we? Well, let's get to it.
Unless another customer came in while it was going on and on and on. Oh, come on! And you get proficiency for the max event?
How insulting.
All right.
So I ended up liking Iwai's a lot more than I was expecting. Don't you think?
Yeah. I thought you were going somewhere with that. That's why I paused.
It's just, it did the things that I want, where it went to a lot of different directions, and we went to different places, and it involved several characters.
It wasn't just always in the airsoft shop back room.
Though I suppose in a lot of ways it wasn't really about Iwai himself, and was about other people instead.
Isn't that kind of more interesting?
In his case, it worked out just fine.
Yeah, in his case. Less than a week left.
I do think that Iwai's was probably one of the better confidants so far.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. And not because of my own dad bias.
Out of curiosity, well, I don't really have anything else to read, really.
Right.
I suppose I could go buy those kind of impressive books at Jinbocho. So what was your favorite confidant so far? It may be something that you haven't thought about, and that's totally fine. I haven't really either.
That's true. I haven't really thought about it.
No, we'll think about it later.
I'll keep that in mind.
Going to find books to help me study coffee?
She's taking this coffee pretty seriously.
Is Haru just a coffee confidant?
Which is kind of funny when you consider Sojiro.
There is a... Seriously, whoever put this game together, they just all loved coffee and food so much, especially coffee. I see, so there are 8 different ways to roast coffee beans. Apparently the light roast is the most acidic. It says here that the type of roast you want should differ depending on how you want to drink your coffee.
With a straw!
Oh! No, that's actually quite fascinating. Like, does she mean like chugging it, or... It is. I think I'd like to try hand roasting each type someday.
Each type of coffee in the world.
To be honest...
You know, Okumura Foods didn't start out as a burger chain. Originally, it was nothing more than a small cafe run by my grandfather.
Ah, that might have something to do with her coffee fixation.
And why she really respects Sojiro.
Yeah?
Because he is a coffee master who runs a cafe.
Yeah.
That particular shop closed before I was old enough to appreciate the finer intricacies of coffee, but that's where the real origin of our family business lies.
Every time my grandfather would try and feed me some, my mother would shoot him a death glare.
Well, kids probably don't need... No, kids shouldn't have caffeine.
Yeah.
It's not going to do something bad to them. It's just going to make them like... and like explode, and you probably...
My mom hated when my grandfather would give me sips of beer as a kid. But you know what? I hate the taste of alcohol now, so who was really in the wrong here?
Well, I don't want to say that because I, in fact, never did guess that, but it makes sense.
Right.
I wish I had some sort of response like, oh, that makes sense considering how much you like coffee, but... Oh, wow, neat.
Yeah.
Yes, after all, everyone knows the company for its burgers.
They certainly do.
At any rate, after my grandfather passed, the company shut the cafe down due to its steady loss of revenue. He had never cared about turning a profit, though. His only goal was to make people happy, which sounds admirable, but is an incredibly awful way to feed your family and pay the bills. He built a strong community around the cafe. He'd even give out free meals to those who couldn't afford it. Then the day it closed, people lined up for blocks to give flowers.
Wow.
They really loved that place. But they didn't love it so much to spend their own money there and keep it afloat.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I wonder how many people would line up for Big Bang Burger if it suddenly went out of business. I know we need to do well to keep our employees and ourselves paid, but I can't help but think we've lost something important. I mean, Takakura-san seems to only be focused on profits. At this rate, we'll never lose our black image.
And we'll always stay in the black too. Ah-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Black like coffee? Oh, I get it. You told me a joke.
Soon.
Oh, you're so funny. You were trying to cheer me up, weren't you? Thanks for that. I think what I really need is to get stronger.
On pops up from behind the stack of books. Someone say something about getting stronger?
Look, they're not going to be able to rehabilitate their image for about 2 or 3 years anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Enough time has to go to let their image just pass through consciousness.
Right.
It has to happen, and there's no way to avoid it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can act tough in front of my employees, but you know how weak I am inside. Which is not at all.
Yeah, what?
My God!
Excuse me?
Although this is one of the reasons that I like Haru so much. Here she is saying that she's extremely weak and scared, but she is really, really, really strong on the inside. Like, it's ridiculous. And then she still doesn't think she's strong enough. It's just really admirable.
Really meek, humble.
Yeah, self-deprecating.
Yeah.
It's really appealing.
And
I have a plan, though. Before I can really determine who I trust, I first need to know what it means to have others trust in me.
That makes sense.
So I'm going to get stronger. Strong enough for you and the others to rely on me.
We already rely on you, honey, for your barriers and your vegetables.
Well, excellent. I really like that. I do like Haru a great deal, but it's probably obvious at this point.
Yeah.
But how am I supposed to gain the trust of my employees? I'm not great at public speaking, and even just giving my opinion makes me a little nervous.
Haru?
Oh my god, really? Sugimura-san, what are you doing here?
I was just heading home from a business engagement when I saw you from my car window.
You don't have to be so slimy.
Yes, I do. Do I know you from somewhere?
Yeah, I kicked your cognitive U's ass. It had nothing to do with you, though.
The what? You're one of those brats from before.
This is a friend from school. He's helping me look for some books today. Anyway, we should be getting back to our shopping. Please excuse us.
Please go die in a fire.
This is something. Okay, I feel like everything that Haru has displayed, like either in her Confidant so far, as well as what she actually did in the Okumura arc, you know, her own story arc demonstrated her strength. Yeah. But this is something that she just can't get past, and she can't handle herself. And I understand this. This is because not only is this something that genuinely is extremely hard to deal with, you know, considering that, like, the current chief executive of Okumura Foods really likes Sugimura.
For some reason.
Well, it's because of his connections.
Yeah.
Just the same reason that she became engaged to him in the first place. I think the real reason that she can't deal with it is he is the last thing that her father imposed on her.
Yeah.
And so this is she won't be able to escape the shackles of her father, until
she can build up the courage to break it off herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when she can do that, then she will have escaped from the prison that her father had for her, and will probably only be able to remember the good after that. Yeah. But
he's a reminder of the bad.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
Hold on, Haru. You think you can go on a date with another man and leave your fiancé in the dust?
You are not my fiancé. I already said I'm not going to marry you.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah? And what about the contract I made with your father?
Your father is no longer here. Besides, marriage is something you go into with your own free will. A contract could never hold the same weight.
Are you sure about that? Think about the reparations clause.
I mean, I don't actually think that arranged marriage is horrible.
Right.
Especially because you can still back out of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not... as long as it's not something that's absolutely forced, I don't think there's really a problem with it.
A lot of times it does work.
Yeah. And there's plenty of studies on this, and I'm not advocating it. I'm just saying I'm not just going to take a dump all over it because it doesn't happen in my culture. But the idea of this reparations clause... Yeah. That's crap right there!
If you back out of the deal now, you will lose everything you own. Okumura Foods, your estate.
What the heck did Okumura do having him offering a contract like that? What the heck did Sugimura's family do to be
have that kind of power?
To be able to force that contract on him, just like you said? How? Even so,
And what about your employees? Are you really willing to put their jobs on the line for the sake of your selfishness? Besides, this marriage is exactly what Okumura Foods needs right now. My father would have no trouble managing your shares or sweeping away your company's tarnished image. That reminds me, did Takakura-san tell you about the wedding hall? He got us the Phoenix Wing at the Wilton.
Oh, the Phoenix Wing! And of course it's the Wilton.
Of course it is.
I mean, what is the Wilton? Just the Palace of Tokyo? What?
He made a provisional reservation for 10 days this coming spring. After all, the sooner, the better.
Wait a minute.
We'll have to look into our guest schedules as well. There'll be over 300 of them, you know. Takakura-san can handle Okumura foods in the meantime. Why don't you stop by the gym or something, Haru?
Oh, what? What does that mean? You don't... Now, it's one thing if they're already somebody who has a habit of working out and going to the gym. But if you just say that to, like, your fiance out
like
of the
you're
blue...
fat so you can fit into the... Yeah,
you're saying you're fat, or you're a schlub. You don't...
Can we interrupt, please?
You don't do that. Can Gino just punch this guy out now?
I mean, if you have time to mess around with this punk, you damn well have time to get a little thinner.
You suck! My gosh, you suck!
I'm out of here.
Haru, is this why you're so violent?
Man, we thought Makoto was bad.
Well, Makoto is just, like, powerful and wants to smash everything, but Haru actually just wants to knife it in its sleep and watch it die. For Makoto, the value is For Makoto, the value is in her smashing, like, releasing everything that's repressed, not in actually beating something up, but being able to, like, exert the power to smash it down. For Haru, like, the whole purpose, the goal is to watch it die. When we get into, like, you know, the deepest, darkest parts of it anyway.
That guy's awful!
You're not wrong about that. He has everything. Fame, intelligence. For some reason I'm saying manners, which is...
In what world?!
Blatantly incorrect. The only thing he needs now is a wife he can control. And I guess I'm the perfect target. He's going to get Okumura foods as well as my entire inheritance, and I'm totally powerless against him. This is the only answer if you're not powerless, but as for specific advice,
get a lawyer?
Oh, sorry. I practically forced you to say that.
No, you didn't.
But thank you. Anyway, I hope I can share with you again some other time. For today, though, I'm rather tired. Would it be okay if we parted here? I'm going to go cry into my pillow and dream of killing small animals.
No, don't kill small animals. Kill human-sized ones.
Oi! Now for Eiko and Tsukasa's next event.
So, what did you want to talk about?
Well, I was wondering if you could maybe lend me some cash.
Is it because your boyfriend is mooching off you? What?
It's nothing real major, but I need it, like, right now. I'll pay you back, though, honest, please.
She was the one talking about quitting school.
Uh-huh. Well, she was saying not go to college.
Oh.
Just graduate high school and then...
Oh, okay. I thought
she
meant, like, actually just ditch.
No, that wasn't what she said. You just forgot the detail was all.
Does this have to do with Tsukasa?
Mm-hmm. He dropped a super expensive bottle of sake at work, so the club's making him pay for it, but he needs help.
Can't they just take a little bit out of his paycheck to do so? Like, consecutively?
Yeah, and did you see this? This is an awfully expensive bottle, then, isn't it? That it's so bad?
Uh-huh.
And I'll tell you what, if you were holding something that valuable, the last thing you're gonna do is drop it.
Yeah. He's lying to you, Eiko. Don't give him any money.
He's not lying! I know you're all weird about the fact that he's a host, but my Tsukasa is not like that.
No, I'm weird about his texts.
He's really gentle and honest, too. Like, there's no way he texts you and is flirting with you all the time. He even calls me princess. I'm the only one he says that to, you know. He says it's because I'm special.
Uh-huh.
This just shows that she's vulnerable.
Yeah.
And doesn't have a lot of confidence because it's easy for her to be taken advantage of.
Yeah. So he calls you a special princess. What do you think, Jiro-kun? That's how he ropes you in!
I'm sure he says that to everyone.
Yes.
I have to agree. Every girl who gives him money is his princess. That way he can never get their names mixed up.
Oh! Don't accuse him of that stuff. You don't have any proof.
You're not wrong about that. But did you ask anyone at his club about the broken bottle?
Yeah, like I said, did you see this? That is just a suspicious, conspicuous story.
Right?
Well, no. And trust is important, but if you're being asked for money, like,
Yeah.
this is a giant indicator that you are being
Warning
used.
sign, warning sign.
Yeah, like neon in your face causes epilepsy kind of warning sign. So you need to follow up on that one. If it's true, well, then it's true. But
that's fine. It's easy to figure out, and you can do it without him knowing and hurting his feelings.
You know, like I'd said before, I initially was wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, but then, we met him.
Right, yeah, exactly.
He told me not to talk to them about it, though. He's too proud to have me go crying to his boss at, hey.
Wait a minute.
Please, Makoto, you're the only person I can trust. All my other friends would rather focus on cram school and entrance exams than take time to help me.
Sound like responsible people. I mean, what?
And who knows what my parents would say if I tried to ask them?
Probably the same thing I'm saying.
This is just a classic case.
Yeah.
Just a classic case for being taken advantage of. Please, even a little.
I think you should end your relationship with him. If you don't put a stop to this, he might try to drag you into some suspicious line of work.
Oh, he already got me a job. It's nothing weird, though.
Warning! Warning! Warning!
I'm just serving drinks at a bar to help him pay off that broken bottle. He said I'll be #1 in no time. Maybe I'll just keep doing it after I graduate high school, though. I mean, it's not like I'm going to go to college.
Warning! Danger, Will Robinson!
Yeah.
Eiko!
Pew! 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 Pew!
I'm reminded of Spaceballs and how Dot Matrix had like the Virgin alarm. It was designed to go off before he does. You can't just do what he says. He's trying to deceive you.
Pew! 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 A smart person like you totally wouldn't understand what it's like. You're just gonna go to a good college, work at a fancy company, and then what? At the end of the day, your life's gonna be totally boring. I mean, is that seriously how you want to live? Boring? One does not live for entertainment value.
Right? I'm not sure yet. Be that as it may, you should still stay as far away from him as you can.
You know, I get what she's trying to say, but I'm pretty sure that's just grass is greener syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, you have no idea how fulfilling or not fulfilling somebody else's life is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
The important part isn't that you're accusing her of having, isn't that she's accusing Makoto of having everything in her life all planned out. It's going to be so wonderful. It's that she's assuming that Makoto is going to have a better life than her.
Ah, I see.
That's what I mean by grass is always greener. Couldn't Makoto say, who is also going through some emotional trouble, say, I have to do everything exactly the way that it's been planned out for me. You have freedom. You get to do whatever you want. You could drop out because it's the grass is always greener.
Right. I got you.
So, you're not going to help me?
She's trying.
Oh, just forget it. No, she's helping her.
Yeah.
I can make it up if I just let some customers take me out on dates after work.
Yeah. Warning!
Boo! Boo! Boo!
The warning has now reached deafening levels. Eiko, wait! I didn't want to have to tell you this, but Tsukasa has been texting me almost constantly.
I thought she knew. We had asked about this ourselves, though it's not like the game answers us. That's a big deal.
Yeah. Recently, he's been asking if my sister and I live alone and that he'd be glad to help us out. Even today, he asked me if I'm still happy with my boyfriend. Listen to me, Eiko. He's not serious about you.
Don't give me that crap!
I can show it!
Tsukasa's just so nice that he'd worry about my friends for me. He's everything I want to believe in and want to trust. Wait, you were texting him behind my back? What the hell, Makoto?
No, he was texting me. I don't understand his texts. It was mostly him texting me.
You have the grades, the looks, a cool boyfriend, and you seriously still want more?
Oh, I thank you, Eiko-chan.
Tsukasa is all I have. You can't take him from me.
Please listen.
That's not what I'm trying to do.
Eiko's problem is that she has
inferiority complex.
She has no confidence in herself and doesn't understand herself and doesn't know what she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Just keep your hands off. I'd never forgive you if you stole him away, Makoto.
Tsukasa is all she has.
And she thinks that... It's like she thinks life is supposed to be a certain way, that there's supposed to be this certain romance to it, and that's why she's just getting swept right up into believing everything that she wants to believe.
You know, I think she's exactly the kind of girl those gangs in Shinjuku are on the lookout for.
Why, yes! That is exactly what we've been saying, isn't it?
Lonely, depressed girls who have nowhere to vent their frustrations.
Actually...
Eiko's family is quite well off. Her multi-talented younger brother seems to be the sole focus of her parents' attention, though.
I see.
I'm sure that's why she fell for Tsukasa in the first place. He treats her like she's special. But asking a high schooler for money isn't normal boyfriend behavior.
Yes, especially when you're not a high schooler.
She needs to realize that. You're going to help, right? She deserves them. It doesn't matter.
As much as I want to say that, absolutely, I'll help you out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's reassuring to hear you say that. Eiko's blessed to have both money and a family, yet she's still trying to break free from them. She's almost the exact opposite of me.
What was I just saying about grass is always greener?
But I guess in a sense, watching her now is almost like looking back at my past self. I was so blinded by my own convictions that I never stopped to consider other alternative viewpoints on the world.
And the thing about that is just because you consider other points of view that you would never have or that are like anathema to you, doesn't mean that you were wrong in the first place, but considering other ideas can help strengthen the ideas that you already have, like the viewpoint that you already have. Or it might show you that you were wrong the whole time. It's just that considering another point of view doesn't mean you were wrong in the first place.
Right. But that's not the right way to live. I want to show her that, just like you did for me.
Mind you, staying closed-minded and never considering anything else is more the wrong way to live. I kind of like skipped a step when I was sort of talking about that. I still have to say though, why is this about Eiko?
All right.
Right? I just like you mentioned earlier, I figured it'd be more about Sai and their father.
You really would expect that. I guess it's because Sai at least is so important in the game already.
And I'm sure the father stuff will come up once we deal with the
or
Sai
it'll probably just come up in this Confidant.
Maybe.
But it's just strange. I suppose the idea with having it focus on Eiko and Tsukasa is to show that Makoto, like to show the contrast between Makoto and other people, and to show how she's not like some sort of professional princess in distress.
Yeah. I know she wants me to stay out of her business, but I'd never forgive myself if I let this come to pass. What is the right way to live?
That's a question that you ask pretty much the rest of your life.
Yeah. At any rate, we're going to catch that horrible host. I'll let you know once I've thought of how to do it.
Well, we're nearly there on Ohya, and it looks like things should be getting pretty interesting at this point.
I went to see Kaio the other day. She's gotten so skinny. She looked almost like a stranger. She won't say anything either. I think she had a mental shutdown, is it called?
Does she even remember you? I mean, is she even the same person? It's kind of miraculous that she's alive if she had a mental shutdown. I mean, that's why we all assume she died.
Right?
Are you okay? Seeing someone...
Yeah, I was expecting it to be bad, but it was still pretty jarring to see her in person. Her doctor said they found her collapsed in the street just about a year ago now.
Jeez. I mean, again, it's just miraculous she's alive.
She had been wandering along the coast without any belongings, so the director's wife took her in.
Is there any hope of recovery?
All we can do is pray. Either way, Kaio is still a suspect, so bringing her back here would just put her in danger again.
So we'll never know what happened with that bureaucrat.
Not necessarily. I have her hair clip.
Her hair clip?
It looks like an ordinary accessory, but it actually has a miniature camera built inside.
Oh! Good job, James Bond Gadget Kaio!
Remember that voicemail where she said she had something big? Well, it was all in the hair clip.
So then...
It was a picture of the bureaucrat's secret meeting. The other party must be the one behind the slush fund. And that other party, it was one of Shido's confidants. Confidants.
Billy?
Would you like to confidence?
Shido? You mean the politician? I can't believe someone close to him could be so horrible.
If only you knew, Lala.
Oh, he's gonna be quite horrible, alright.
Yep, it's pretty clear that Confidant was blackmailing the bureaucrat and killed him for not paying up. Kaio must have managed to escape, but then ended up suffering a mental shutdown somehow.
Somehow? What a coincidence!
Right? I'm not sure what could possibly cause something like that, though. In any case, maybe that's why they decided to leave her alive. Heh. They underestimated her journalistic talent.
More like her spy talent.
Well, you know, a little from column A, a little from column B.
That's an amazing story. It'll be a huge scoop if you're right. And she does have some video evidence. But how far can she prove?
But given the current situation, it's going to be difficult to write an article about it.
I am very interested in helping you pursue this article. Though I suppose I'm not actually going to know that for a little while.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, nobody else seems to understand that Shido is really bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, other than just generally being suspicious of them, there's no reason the Phantom Thieves should know that. It's just, again, it's information we, the players, have, the characters don't.
Right. I wouldn't have Kaio's testimony, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to corroborate her story.
Unless, of course, Gino remembers. As soon as he remembers his run-in with Shido, then everything changes.
I wonder if there's some way to fix someone who's had a mental shutdown via metaverse shenanigans.
Go in and put their treasure back?
I don't know, man!
I mean, how do you put somebody else's treasure back? You'd have to have it in the first place, but...
Like resurrect their shadow or something? I don't know. Because killing the shadow seems to be the key element here.
Unquestionably, killing the shadow is what causes the mental shutdown. But...
taking the treasure is what causes the change of heart.
How can your shadow not come back if you somehow didn't die?
Oh, okay, no, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I'm not well versed enough on Jung to really be able to say, so...
I'd get crushed if I tried to take them on without being fully prepared.
Yes, obviously so, right? Because they clearly cause mental shutdowns to people who are extremely powerful, organized, and wealthy, so... no, she's not giving up. That much is obvious. Why would anybody even assume that after she's come this far?
Oh, yeah.
The closest she got to giving up was, you know, where her quota was octupled.
Yeah.
So, what's your plan?
I'll pursue the truth, of course. I said I need to be fully prepared, didn't I? It'll just take a while.
I bet.
Say about when you get to the level 10 of my confidant.
Yeah, about that I was thinking. So then...
I've resigned myself to a long battle anyway. I have her photo, now I gotta get some solid evidence and lay the groundwork to prove her innocence. I'm going to avenge Kaio. Give me a stiff one, Lala! Well then, our deal's over. It'll be too dangerous for you to stick around from here onward.
Oh no, we still have one more event! You can't ditch me at level 9!
You understand, right? The opposition won't think twice about taking down anyone in their way. I'm sure I'll get targeted, so to be safe, you shouldn't come here again.
They're basically already after me, but I guess I don't really know that. I need those... I don't.
I want to help.
Like, just one of Ohya's abilities is enough to trivialize security.
Yeah. 2
of them, and it doesn't even matter anymore. And I believe we're on the 4th one?
Yeah,
so,
it's just...
No, I want to help.
Are you serious?
I, for some reason, feel a fairly personal connection with the targets that you are going after.
You must have nerves of steel.
Not just a personal connection, but a professional one as
Yeah.
well. I kind of think this is relevant to what's going on in my life. You're never really honest with yourself, Ichiko-chan. You're not going to find anyone else who listens to you as encouragingly as this guy. You know that, right? It's going to be a long battle against a tough enemy. You should have him by your side through it.
What?
Wait, it's not like that. We're just pretending.
Uh-huh, sure. And what about you, kid? You're not afraid to face the danger ahead, are you?
Of course not. Fine. If you're sticking your nose in this of your own free will, then there's nothing I can do. I'll solve this case on my own. but I appreciate having a friend who's got my back.
Well, you'll very possibly die if I don't help you out anyway.
Alright then, let's have a kickoff party. I'm gonna pour some Dom Perignon just for you.
We don't carry that. There's some generic stuff in the back, though.
Oh, some Dom Perignon?
Oh, and I'll grab an oolong tea for the kid.
Man, lamest kickoff party ever. I guess the booze doesn't matter, though. Are you okay, Ohya? It's all about the company.
I'll go chill a bottle. Be back in a bit. Have fun, you two.
Hey, hey!
Hey, so, why do you do so much for me?
Oh, because I'm about to shoot you down.
I guess this is the part of the game where that happens. I know at first it was for the articles, but you don't have any obligation to stay now, you know? Oh, I know. Did you take me seriously when I told the chief we were a couple?
God, no! Sorry, Billy. No, she's more interesting than I ever gave her credit for, but it wasn't for a while.
Jeez, you kids today are so naive. That couple act.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Of course, thank goodness. It would have been way too much trouble to be with a minor. What's taking Lala-chan so long? And what's with the heat? I mean, don't you think it's hot in here?
Now, you may have noticed, Ichiko-chan, that when you consume alcohol, your body temperature rises, or feels like it rises a bit because your face is flushing. Also, you're really embarrassed, so you're going to feel really hot.
All this heat is making me tired.
No, that's also the alcohol. I believe we've already established this.
What does a kid know about alcohol? Glug, 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 glug. I thought Don Perignon was pretty creative.
What does a Billy know about alcohol?
Fair point!
Hi!
Jeez, it's down to 5.6, 7, 8?
Oh, I'm sure it's going to drop down to like 1 or 0 before we actually take care of everything.
So nobody was available earlier today because it was raining. On the bright side, we only have 14 more daytime confidants.
I think we can do it.
But, I mean, that's really close. I'm not sure how much time we have remaining that'll be available to us. But it's only 14. As long as there aren't too many other days.
That get taken from us or something?
What? Why? What is this?
No, we're about to go to the exhibition.
Oh!
How's it going?
Thank you.
After I confessed I was scorned by the media, I bet everyone wants me to lose. However, I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. I'm going to win with these very hands.
I will rip out his still beating heart and take a bite out of it.
Give it all you've got.
Yes.
I will.
Oh, are we going to see it?
Well, it's time. I have to go to the venue. You won't be able to go inside the match room, but you can watch over the internet if you'd like.
Nice.
Oh!
Well then, I'm off.
I really want to see it. I really want to see it.
We're not going to get to see it unless we get to climax. It's an online broadcast of the match. The announcers are commentating on the gameplay. Oh, you know, something I gotta say. Commentating on gameplay.
Huh, how weird. What losers.
If you remember, I kind of went berserk about Hifumi last time, because I just think that not letting anybody, heading off scandals at the pass.
Yeah.
By confessing them ahead of time. Do you notice how she wasn't really that worked up about it? She was like, yeah, I got excoriated. It was pretty awful. Anyway, I'm going on.
Moving on, yeah. Is this the end of the road for the phony princess?
She's getting pushed back quite a bit. It's only a matter of time now. Hifumi's biting her lip. She doesn't seem to be doing so well.
Oh, now that was a masterful play.
Perhaps her skills are of genuine article.
No, that's not good. The next move will surely result in checkmate.
Man, isn't it wonderful when the announcers are rooting against you?
Boo!
Hifumi looks troubled as she's being pushed around the board. It's because she's not getting to stand up and shout out everything at the top of her lungs. She hasn't made a move. I'm thinking phony princess, real defeat as the headline for our next article. I concede.
Wow.
What? She didn't win? I was utterly destroyed out there. It was as if an ant had challenged an elephant. A shogi player should know her limits. That was the first time I have ever forfeited a match. I was so ashamed of myself. I didn't want to hurt the pieces any longer.
Well, I mean, building up your confidence as opposed to your skill is not a way to go.
We had wondered if she actually was any good.
Yeah.
It's like I wanted to believe that she was. And it could also be that Hifumi has the skills, but that she just personally was shattered.
Right?
Like lost her own core.
A very queenly decision, I think, is the best answer.
That is so cheesy. But you know, thinking about it, I was gonna go with this top one. It was a good effort. But thinking about it, that is probably the best thing. That's the most supportive thing.
Yeah.
Because that is giving Hifumi back what she has given to you, you know?
Yeah.
That is a very queenly decision. It's very much like you.
Ha!
You remembered. One must lose with grace, with dignity until the very end, as a queen should. But I confess I am confused. I mean, naturally I am disappointed that I lost, but I still feel happy, as if a demon has been purged from me.
Doubt. The doubt's gone.
The moment I realized that victory was impossible, I felt a strange peace. What's important is what I do from this point on. I played so disgracefully in front of you. Perhaps you can just view it as an example of what not to do, and understand that there are times which require one to forfeit with valor and grace.
You're about to teach us an escape ability, aren't you?
Yeah, this is the one that just makes escape one turn.
Ah, yes, excellent.
So that's pretty excellent that we can run away really easily. It should make lots of battles fairly easy.
Yeah!
Easy to skip! I've been thinking about this for a while. Let's make today your last lesson. Spending time with me has only brought you pain.
Not true!
So this is goodbye. Man, I really like Hifumi a lot.
Yeah.
But, gotta go. I mean...
We made our bed, and now it's time we lie in it, or rather Kawakami probably made the bed, whatever.
Nothing can be, teach me, and stuff. I always feel bad, though, not going along with them. The things you say sometimes. Perhaps I should take a lesson from that ambitious nature of yours. If that is what you wish, then prepare yourself. Your training will be quite intensive. There may be things I can learn from you as well. I suppose this is a friendly rivalry for both of us, as irreplaceable shogi friends.
Let's go home.
I wonder what she is going to do.
Probably just hopefully just keep at it.
But now she can, after getting smashed and humiliated, now she can actually move forward. Possibly, if it doesn't just wreck her career completely. If she's even allowed to still have one.
That's true, but we'll see.
But anything she does at this point can't be taken away from her.
That's true.
Both in her own mind and in the mind...
public,
and in the minds of people who watch shogi.
We've been given a lot of opportunities to read now that we've maxed our frickin' stats.
I've noticed that.
Hey.
Oh, there's 1 day left till we send the calling card. Excellent grammar. Excellent.
He's a cat. What do you want?
I didn't think we'd ever be able to hang out with Futaba again.
Aren't you tired of my room yet? So I looked up Kana-chan online, and she's apparently still living in the same town in Kansai she moved to.
Kana was the friend of hers, because it's been so long!
Right.
Kana was not actually the friend, the person who tried to be her friend, and she blew her off.
Right. Lost contact with. But she never continued on to high school. I decided to do some digging into why that might be, and, well, the more I dug, the worse it got.
If you remember, she was being abused.
Her parents are in heavy debt due to a gambling addiction. So, instead of sending her to school, they make her work to help try and pay it off. Why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah, it seems like it's kind of a recurring theme. And naturally, Futaba, whose Confidant arc is about, well, herself, but also her mother. See, her father was covered with Sojiro.
Right.
But Futaba's Confidant arc is also about her old friend Kana and her parents.
Yeah.
I mean, what the heck? This game is about parents and coffee.
Yes. Both good and bad. Poop coffee. Apparently, they're still having her model in strange clothes. They're even selling the pictures now.
Oh my god. Okay, so
that's messed up.
I have basically sort of let it go. Perhaps it's a truism. Perhaps it didn't need to be said. Perhaps it seemed so distasteful that there was no point in saying anything. But it's been a while! So...
time for another rant.
What on earth sort of parents? What parents prostitute their own child? What does it take to make you do that? At least Kaoru's mother just sold him to someone else so she didn't have to poison him anymore. So she couldn't screw him up at all.
And when you're using Kaoru's mother as a freaking litmus test, something's wrong.
Whether somebody who is a positive example was the mom who sold her child. Can it ever get worse? Because it's not just the mom. It's not just the dad. It's the mom and the dad. Both parents agreed to do this to their goddamn daughter. That is a crime. Good dog.
Don't say how can it get worse. The game will one-up it.
I mean, this is one of the darkest and most awful things that has happened in this game. This is just egregious. You know, it doesn't affect a lot of people. It doesn't harm anybody other than their daughter. So as long as you understand that, I think that this is perhaps the example of the most evil thing in this game. A very small and private evil, to be sure.
But still pretty bad.
But the most intense kind. A human being who has so little... It's the worst. It's just the worst. We will kill them, come Futaba.
Horrible is right. I thought parents were supposed to care for their children, not use them.
Use them sexually, for God's sake. I mean, it's not just using.
Yeah. Actually, though, Kana-chan herself made a request on the fan site.
Herself, huh?
Based on the IP and her other tracking data, I'm 99.9% sure it's her. The post was basically just her asking us to make her parents have a change of heart.
Sounds good. Let's take care of this. We will give them quite the spanking.
But she didn't put their names. She might be a little hesitant, or she doesn't totally believe in the Phantom Thieves yet. I mean, I could just hack it, I suppose.
That's what I was thinking. You know her name. Why don't you just find out?
Either way, I have a solution. I found her parents' names in the address book we got way back in elementary school. Kota Magario and Asami Magario. I got a hit for them from the metanav too. We can fix them.
Okay.
I've decided, Jiro, I want to go to Mementos and change their hearts.
I feel kind of bad. We should have hit this earlier, but we didn't
know. It's not always a Mementos target. We can't let them keep treating Kana-chan so horribly, right?
It just would have been a happy coincidence if we could have dealt with this. Unfortunately, this means we have to get it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And if we would have had this
before
on the day that there was nobody available.
You're right, I know.
Oh, I feel so bad about this.
Please, help me save her.
Darn it, Futaba, your schedule was just off. Maybe she'll respond better to this.
Yeah.
But I think this...
Better? Yeah.
I think... The point isn't to pander, even if... I mean, we're just going to reload it if this if we need to get more points.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, the fact of the matter is... I don't want to pander to people.
Yeah, no, I
this
gotcha.
is what counts. We'll show them the truth. The truth that they're the most horrible people.
Jiro, thanks. Oh, and since you're going to help me with this, I'll have to return the favor.
Oh, that's right.
I'll look extra hard for valuable stuff when we're in the metaverse. Well, pretty good, huh? Treasure Radar, I think is what it's called. Treasure Reboot!
All right.
That's pretty interesting. It might be good.
Well, I'll be counting on you. Let's save Kana-chan.
If you spend a long time in Mementos and you use that item that makes treasure demons spawn, oh my god, it makes them spawn! There's a lot of them that show up, especially if, I mean, you need to use the item to do it, because it's kind of rare to make. But with that reboot, it might make more treasure demons spawn too.
Oh, that's true.
So like in a regular palace, you might be able to get more. I don't know if it even works that way, but
That'd be pretty good.
more treasure is always good. It's better than not having it, but it's not the biggest thing.
Right.
Okay, so tomorrow's
the day.
We'll see if we can't fit in one more Confidant to close out the episode, though.
I'm here. You can hang out with me if you want.
Yeah, but Sojiro, you're already maxed.
I know.
I don't want to take you on a date, Sojiro.
Dang.
Sir. Sir!
Sorry, I have to take this. Just a minute.
What is it with all these confidants having stuff going on before we actually get to them in their normal stock dialogue? Blah! Anyway, I can't believe that we're maxing out Ohya before several of the party members.
That's just how it was.
That's just pretty strange.
Yep, replace the previous article. No worries, right? Might as well go all out if we're gonna do this.
Doesn't this mean that you might be assassinated soon?
I'm gonna scrap the others and rewrite them as well. Yep, tomorrow morning then.
Maybe she's hoping if she does it enough.
Sorry, that was the chief.
Like if she does enough of it all at once, they won't be able to do anything.
I suppose it's quite
like
possible.
If she dies after she posts something about some sort of conspiracy.
Well, then you can blame the Phantom Thieves. You've already been saying.
Oh, that's true. Dang.
That's the problem, is they're being used to wipe out their enemies, right?
Oh, you're right. Dang it.
So, what do you got going? Obviously, they're on good terms. I don't need to say that.
Special expose on the Phantom Thieves, and the chief's helping me.
Because he's a good guy.
It's about their origin and the root of the problem they're trying to solve.
This is important, isn't it?
I think it really captures the spirit of journalism.
You don't need my info.
Well, I'm glad that you finally got the spark of life back in
Right?
instead of the spark of drunk.
It's the original field of expertise. I am a journalist after all, you know?
It's hard to tell sometimes.
The higher-ups were against it, but this expose has been very popular with our readers.
Because it's about the Phantom Thieves.
Since we've sold so many copies, there's nothing they can do about it. Or us. So, we're planning to throw in additional articles while we have the chance.
Well, I'll read the next issue then. I guess I ought to actually read one of your articles at this point, huh?
Thanks. I'm still counting on your contributions to help us sell issues, you know.
You know, it would have been really nice if she did have articles that you could take the time out to like look on your phone and read.
Even if you only get a paragraph.
Well, it's like
it's like the books in the Trails series
or
and
the
the
Valkyria
newspapers.
Chronicles. Like you can pay to have the reporters do like interviews with the other characters and about what's going on, and you can just freaking read them.
Or like, well, you know, the Suikoden games are like that too.
Yeah,
Especially the further on you get, they become more and more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, darn it!
All right!
Yeah!
Let's have a victory celebration! Lala-chan, I hope you have some Dom Perignon for us.
Game, why haven't you given us what we wanted? We want to read articles!
I told you last time, we don't have any of that here.
That's what I figured. So, I reserved a bottle at the wine shop.
Okay, I'll go get it for you.
Rapscallion.
Ohya was really just trying to get Lala out of her own bar.
Impressive. Looks like Lala-chan took the hint.
You're right.
I wanted to speak with you. in private.
About how you're a phantom thief.
You finally figured it out?
If anyone should, it should be her.
It took you way longer than it should have. You bet. I'm your source.
I'll loosen up a bit, will ya? I've been quietly making preparations to write a story about Shido's Confidant, too.
What arcana is he?
Don't use that word!
Going to uncover the truth. I swear to Kaio. Thanks. Again. Whenever I felt like giving up, you encouraged me to keep going.
With your impassive silence.
No, Ohya really has turned around. She feels like a human being at this point, as opposed to before.
It's all thanks to you that I was able to get this far.
Mr. Phantom Thief.
Mr. Phantom Thief.
Oh!
Well done!
The Chief's change of heart happened exactly the same way as those other cases.
You noticed, did you? I was beginning to wonder if you were just that addled.
And the timing was absolutely perfect. You're the only one who could have orchestrated all that.
Plus, you know all this stuff about the Phantom Thieves, you tell me. Lala's the real Phantom Thief.
Yeah, you did figure it out sooner, right?
It was so obvious.
Okay, thank you. I believe that, and thank you very much.
I'm convinced from all the recent coverage that the Phantom Thieves truly are valiant. Helping the weak, punishing the bad. They actually do all those things.
Yes, we do.
In a sense, you and I have the same objective. We both want to expose the ills of society.
That's true.
So, I won't tell anyone about your true identity. Let's form a united front to fight evil.
Okay, I'll be your Batman and you can be my Commissioner Gordon.
If it weren't for you, I never would have been able to return to my journalist self. My high schooler source who manipulated information ended up manipulating my heart, too.
That's a professional specialty?
Yeah.
I'm gonna return the favor one of these days, all right?
My heart doesn't need changing.
Until then, we'll race to see who can expose evil first.
I like that.
Yeah.
Don't take your eyes off that. But also, don't just go trying to look for things that you can point at and call evil.
Yeah.
Better make sure it's actually something bad that needs to be exposed. Instead of just something that's convenient for you to kick around.
Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of the devil!
Alright.
Beelzebub, of course.
So there's just no...
I guess it doesn't matter.
Anyway,
There's just no security.
Where the hell is Lala-chan? Shall we get started then? Considering we're already in a celebratory mood.
Just starts reaching behind the bar and grabbing
you'll
stuff.
Make it back home tonight. I'm gonna have you stick around till the very end.
Oi.
Now, Jiro, I understand that you've got like a certain degree of freedom and everything because I trust you, but where the hell were you last night?
And why do you smell like booze?
I will not accept your refusal.
Smoke bomb, poof! You get back, Kawakami's still making coffee, and it's just like, where were you? Please explain to me what took you so long. Why does your laundry smell like booze?